War leaves scars, some visible, some hidden deep within. Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is one such invisible wound that affects countless veterans. It's a mental health condition triggered by experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. Imagine reliving the horrors of combat every time you close your eyes, haunted by nightmares that transport you back to the battlefield. PTSD is not a sign of weakness, it's a normal reaction to abnormal and traumatic experiences. The daily life of a veteran with PTSD can be a constant struggle. Simple things like crowded places or loud noises can trigger intense anxiety, flashbacks, and panic attacks. The invisible wounds of war can make it difficult to hold down a job, maintain relationships, or even leave the house. It's crucial to remember that PTSD is treatable, and seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Veterans deserve our understanding and support as they navigate the challenges of PTSD. They have sacrificed so much for our country, and it's our duty to ensure they receive the care and benefits they deserve. The Department of Veterans Affairs, or VA, offers disability compensation to veterans suffering from service-connected conditions like PTSD. This financial assistance aims to help veterans cope with the economic impact of their condition. However, navigating the VA claims process can often feel like navigating a maze. It's important to understand the process and the key elements required for a successful claim. The VA needs to see clear evidence connecting your PTSD to your military service. This involves providing a formal diagnosis, identifying the in-service stressor that triggered your PTSD, and establishing a nexus, or link, between the two. The process can be lengthy and complex, but don't let that discourage you. There are resources available to help you every step of the way. Veteran service organizations, or VSOs, and accredited agents or attorneys can provide guidance and support throughout the process. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many veterans have successfully navigated the VA claims process and received the benefits they deserve. With the right information and support, you can too. To secure a PTSD rating from the VA, your claim must stand on 3 pillars: diagnosis, stressor, and nexus. Think of these as the legs of a stool. Without one, your claim won't stand strong. First, you need a current diagnosis of PTSD from a qualified mental health professional. This diagnosis should be well documented and based on the criteria outlined in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, also known as the DSM-5. Second, you must identify the specific in-service stressor or event that triggered your PTSD. This could be a single traumatic event such as combat exposure or a serious injury, or it could be prolonged exposure to stressful situations. Finally, you need to establish a nexus, which is a clear link between your PTSD diagnosis and your in-service stressor. This means demonstrating that your PTSD is directly related to your military service and not caused by other factors. Establishing a strong nexus is crucial for a successful claim. This often involves providing detailed medical records, personal statements, and buddy letters that corroborate your experiences and the impact of your service on your mental health. The VA rates PTSD on a scale of 0% to 100%, with higher ratings reflecting greater severity and impact on your life. Each rating level corresponds to specific symptoms and limitations outlined in the VA's schedule of ratings. For example, a 10% rating might be assigned for mild symptoms, such as anxiety and difficulty sleeping, while a 50% rating indicates more significant impairment, like occupational and social impairment. A 100% rating is reserved for cases of total occupational and social impairment, where the veteran is unable to work or engage in social activities due to their PTSD. It's important to note that your rating is not just a number. It reflects the severity of your condition and determines the amount of monthly compensation you receive. The higher your rating, the greater your financial support. The VA also recognizes that PTSD can fluctuate over time. If your symptoms worsen, you can request a rating increase. Conversely, if your symptoms improve with treatment, your rating may be reduced. Section 5. Crafting a compelling stressor statement. Your story matters. Your stressor statement is a crucial piece of your PTSD claim. It's your opportunity to tell your story, in your own words, and explain how your military service led to your PTSD. This isn't just about listing events. It's about conveying the emotional and psychological impact of those events. Start by providing context. Describe your military service, your role, and the environment you were in. Then, detail the specific stressors you experienced, using vivid language to paint a clear picture for the reviewer. For example, instead of saying "I witnessed combat," you might say, "The deafening roar of explosions filled the air as we came under enemy fire. I saw my comrades fall, their bodies riddled with bullets. The stench of blood and gunpowder filled my nostrils, a smell that still haunts me to this day." Don't be afraid to be specific and honest about your experiences, even if they are difficult to relive. Your stressor statement is your chance to make the VA understand the invisible wounds you carry. Section 6, The Power of Documentation. Why a strong DBQ is crucial. In the world of VA claims, documentation is king. A well-prepared disability benefits questionnaire, or DBQ, from a private mental health provider can significantly strengthen your PTSD claim. The DBQ is a standardized form that allows your provider to document your diagnosis, symptoms, and how they link to your in-service stressors. While VA examiners are qualified, they may not have the same depth of understanding of your individual circumstances as a private provider who has been treating you consistently. A private DBQ allows your provider to provide a comprehensive and personalized assessment of your condition. Your provider can detail the frequency and severity of your symptoms, the impact of PTSD on your daily life, and the effectiveness of any treatments you've received. They can also address any inconsistencies or gaps in your VA medical records, providing a more complete picture of your condition. Remember, the more thorough and well-supported your documentation, the stronger your claim becomes. A strong DBQ can be a game-changer in securing the benefits you deserve. Section 7, Preparing for your C&P exam, What to expect and how to prepare. The Compensation and Pension or C&P exam is a crucial step in the VA claims process for PTSD. This exam is conducted by a VA contracted examiner who will assess your mental health and determine the severity of your PTSD. During the exam, the examiner will ask you about your military service, your stressors, and your current symptoms. They will also assess your mental status, looking for signs of PTSD such as anxiety, depression, and avoidance behaviors. It's natural to feel nervous about the C&P exam, but being prepared can help ease your anxiety. Review your stressor statement and medical records beforehand. Be honest and open with the examiner, providing detailed answers to their questions. Remember, the examiner is there to gather information about your condition. Don't be afraid to advocate for yourself and provide all the details necessary to support your claim. Section 8. Secondary Conditions. Amplifying your claim and seeking comprehensive care. PTSD rarely travels alone. It often coexists with other mental and physical health conditions, known as secondary conditions. These conditions can exacerbate your PTSD symptoms and further impact your daily life. Common secondary conditions associated with PTSD include depression, anxiety, sleep disorders like insomnia or sleep apnea, chronic pain, migraines, and substance abuse. Recognizing and addressing these secondary conditions is crucial for both your overall well-being and the success of your VA claim. When filing your claim, be sure to report all service-connected conditions, both primary and secondary. The VA recognizes that secondary conditions can increase the severity and impact of your PTSD, potentially leading to a higher rating and increased benefits. Moreover, seeking treatment for both your PTSD and any secondary conditions is essential for your overall health and quality of life. Addressing these conditions in tandem can lead to more effective treatment outcomes and a brighter future. Section 9. Hope for healing resources and support for veterans with PTSD. The journey with PTSD can be challenging, but remember, you are not alone. There is hope for healing, and a wealth of resources and support is available to help you on your path to recovery. The VA offers a range of mental health services specifically for veterans with PTSD, including therapy, medication management, and support groups. Veteran Service Organizations, or VSOs, also provide valuable resources such as claims assistance, peer support, and connections to community-based services. Don't hesitate to reach out for help. Connecting with other veterans who understand your experiences can be incredibly therapeutic. Sharing your story and learning coping mechanisms from others who have walked a similar path can provide a sense of hope and empowerment. Remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. You've shown incredible courage in serving our country. Now, Show yourself the same compassion by prioritizing your mental health and seeking the support you deserve.